So, Count Binface, you're doing a gig in Birmingham on the 2nd of October. What can people expect when they come to see you live?
Well, an excellent question. A sort of perfect mix of, I would say, a state of the galaxy oration with Barack Obama style oratory, rhetoric, all that kind of stuff. Bit less of the old Liz Truss claptrap, plus the finest, basically, the finest sci-fi satire you could wish to find this side of the restaurant at the end of the universe. Basically, everything that's wrong with your planet and everything about how I can fix it. Boom.
Can you give us any hints in advance of what kind of issues that you're going to be addressing?
I'm sure it hasn't escaped your notice, Birmingham Comedy Mail, that I'm turning up in Birmingham just at the same time as the Conservative Party conference. What a coincidence! And so, might I shine a light on 14 years of, how shall I put it, utter shit show? Yeah, I might just do that. But I'm also going to look at the Labour Party, what's going on there already. You shouldn't take those freebies. I hope you're not getting free tickets to Birmingham City and or Aston Villa, James. Otherwise, they tut tut tut, naughty, naughty. So
Chance to
none
be
of
a fine
that.
thing.
Yeah, well, quite exactly. It's one role for them, isn't it? Old Prince William could go to Aston Villa if he wants to. David Cameron, if he can remember that he supports them, you know. So I'm none of that crap, and I will be covering every major policy issue as I seek, with the great help of the people of Birmingham, to build my manifesto for the next electoral cycle. So it's an interactive evening as well.
Yeah, with the next election not due till 2029, what will you be doing until then?
Excuse me, mate. I'm an intergalactic space warrior with a whole fucking quadrant to run. So I'm perfectly busy, thank you, my good man. I come to Earth on my holidays to help you guys out. So I've got plenty on my plate. But you say there's no elections. Actually, isn't Holyrood in 2026? You got local elections, and of course the big one, the mayor of Croydon. Put all those together, and even on your planet, there's plenty to get your space teeth stuck into. And I don't go for that belief that politics begins and ends at the general election. Far from it. Democracy is important all the time, and we must cherish it, defend it, celebrate it, and indeed take the piss out of it.
Of course, probably the biggest election happening this year is not happening in the UK, is it? It's happening in the United States. Have you ever thought about going over there? Maybe they seem to have lot more issues.
Don't you think that would be fun? I mean, look at the choices. I mean, when it was Biden and Trump, especially, I reckon I could have waltzed over there. Literally just said, right, I'll bring back CFAX. They've never heard of the damn thing. I'd still get a landslide. So, I mean, you would think any sane, objective observer that Harris should win this one. But it doesn't seem to be the case, does it? So, maybe it's not too late for a third party. And besides, I'm intrigued by, as you say, they got a lot of issues. So, should I make it? Would be my second jaunt to America, I should say, after I got transported down to John Oliver's HBO show in 2017, and I think they're ready for another dose of Binface, don't you?
Yeah, do you think you'd have to change your name to Count Trash Can Face?
And indeed, even the Count, because they don't have quite the same class system as you do in the UK. All I can say is if I go as Count, whether it's a UK or US, please spell it correctly. The O is very important.
So you're coming to Birmingham not only during the Conservative Party conference, but also at a time where Birmingham City Council has no money at all. We are
Yes.
officially bankrupt, and this time not just morally. What advice do you think you could give to Birmingham City Council to help them out of their predicament?
Stop being run by complete charlatans, frauds, and incompetent imbeciles would be a good start. Hey? It's
Yeah, but
almost
no one
like,
else wants to do it.
and that's depressing, isn't it? I mean, I'll do it. Yeah? If you want a benevolent takeover, and you want someone with an actual brain to run Birmingham City Council, I mean, they can't sort the bins out, can they?
No.
I've been reading about that. It's a perfect time for Binface to come because, yeah, you've been treating your rubbish, well, like a load of rubbish, which I think is very rude. And I want to take out the political trash. You're absolutely right. Like local government in Britain actually is where the real stuff happens. You could argue that affects people's lives more than old Keir Starmer choosing to watch Spurs when he's not even a Spurs fan. I mean, yeah, that might be a bit shit, but it's nothing compared to what people actually go through on a daily basis. You're talking about your local provisions, your social care, your public libraries, your bins. It's a nightmare. And Birmingham is the second city, right? So stop being treated like a complete number two. Choose Binface.
You're in danger of actually talking a lot of sense there.
That's
Uh,
what they say, you see. People start talking to me. They think, hang on a minute, I'm talking to the next installment of the standing at the back, dressed stupidly, looking stupid party. 5 minutes in, talking to my policies and my analysis of everyone else, they go, hang on a fucking second, get him in.
could you settle a debate that I think has run all over the country in lots of different places and has never really satisfactorily been settled? As Count Binface, what night of the week do you go out and how often?
Oh, I see. And well, that's the beauty of Binface is I go out every night. Can you imagine that? Not even once a fortnight. I have the power to go out whenever I choose. And I want to give that back to the British people. They say the nostalgia's a dangerous thing in politics. Just look at reform, right? Trying to take Britain back to a 1950s that didn't exist. Well, I do believe that having your rubbish and children's excrement removed from your property once a week is not too much to ask in a civilized, developed society. And I actually think it's got to a point where we should not be just accepting that once every 2 weeks is okay. So that's where I'm coming from. And I would say that because I do like a lovely trip, whether it's on a bin van or a space cruiser.
Can I ask who paid for your bin?
Well, I mean, not very much, whoever it was, right? It was. This is part of my recyclone armor. My mummy and daddy. You get this when you come of age on Sigma 9. So this isn't just some kind of costume, some kind of party piece. I'm an alien, mate. And if you don't believe that, well, then this character starts to disintegrate.
Was your father also a tool maker by any chance?
Depends what you mean by tool. I've been absolutely loving meeting people across Britain, and it's my first time touring the UK. And I always think if you want to be a benevolent intergalactic overlord, fair dues, go and meet the people. So this is my first chance to come to the Midlands. I can't wait. So I hope you guys show me a good time, and I hope I can do the same in return.
Will you be singing during the show?
Good question. I sometimes do. It depends on my mood. As you know, I've got a range of songs out there. My cover versions of a Golden Eye about the state of the River Thames, London Eye. I've done covers of The Real Thing, David Bowie, Meatloaf, all those guys. So yeah, you never know. You never know. But there's certainly lots of music, lots of VTs, lovely little video goodies for me to share. So it's quite an interactive thing. It's not just me standing there, giving some, shitty conference speech for 80 minutes. I mean, who'd go to that?
Excellent. Do you ever worry that sometimes rogue political party agents from the alleged legitimate parties will come and protest your shows?
I mean, they might do that. What are they protesting, though? That's the thing, you see. I don't think anyone disagrees with my policies to build at least one affordable house, make Claudia Winkleman's Fringe grade 1 listed, price cap croissants at £1, bring back CFAX. We're speaking literally on the 50th anniversary of CFAX. I mean, who'd want to protest that stuff? And also, I'm the manifestation of the right for any British citizen to stand for elections. I'd like to think that actually I'm a unifying force. And really, if any political party felt the need to spend any time, dealing with me, you might think, you might have bigger things on your mind, guys. Maybe things aren't going as well as they should.
Here's the thing, Count Binface. You have chosen to do your show in Birmingham on the same evening that Aston Villa are playing Bayern Munich in the Champions League for the first time
But
since 1982.
is Harry Kane going to come and, do the business for Bayern? Probably.
You look a bit like Harry Kane.
Do I? Do
Yeah,
I? You mean the same
but
vacant stare?
you got the same sort of face shape.
And I've won more than he has as well. So take that. I tell you, I'll make you a promise. If you do come, I'll give you live updates throughout the night. How about that?
Well, that's a double-edged sword. I don't know if I want the updates, seeing how well Bayern are playing.
Well, the democracy is. I'll ask the audience would they like to know.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
idea.
the way to do it.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have quite a lot of Blues fans in.
Yes, fair dues, fair dues. Okay. Well, they need a laugh, don't they?
Thank you so much, Count Binface, for spending some time with us today and letting us know about your show. I hope it goes well.